Okay, so first of all, can we just mention that this entire movie, I was getting aggravated, kept thinking, why the fuck are you locking up these elephants? And then I saw them whip the elephants and I got more pissed off, but we'll move forward from that. I'm recording this frantically because my Taco Bell from Grubhub should be here like any minute, and yeah, not the best time to record, but hey, we're out here, we doing this. Also, a spoiler alert, because like, if you haven't seen Dumbo, or don't know what it's about, don't watch this. You can watch the movie. I mean, come on, go watch the movie. Do it. Also, to keep in mind for my review of this, I 100% don't remember Dumbo from when I was little, or watching the movie or reading the book. So this was like learning the story of Dumbo from scratch. I don't remember reading or watching or doing any of that when I was younger. So, you know, Dumbo, it's a new story for me. It's all there. It's great. Let's start at the beginning of the movie. So at first, we find out the mom elephant's pregnant and that she, you know, should be having birth any day now. And then the very night, she gives birth, which they show through some, you don't hear her, no one hears her, nothing. You simply just see some crows, which is very symbolic of giving birth and pregnancy, which I like, and like they did a good job on that, I guess. But like, I think you would hear an elephant giving birth. Maybe? Am I wrong? Like, are elephants just like quiet while giving birth? I mean, these are the kind of videos you look up after watching mine. After I need that watch time, guys. So she gives birth, the baby's born, he rolls out, the whole big dramatic thing. There's this asshole dude, I don't even know his name, I don't even know if we were given a name. He's an asshole. No one likes him. No one should like him. He whips an elephant. I mean, he is terrible to him. Everything. So then Dumbo is born. Dumbo has huge ears, and the main dude was like, hey, the main dude is like the conductor, the one who runs the show, and very much is not happy with Dumbo's big ears, which, first of all, if you run a circus, that is a cool attraction to have an elephant. Never mind the fact that he flies, but that is big ass fucking ears on the elephant. Like, that's cool. I'd go to see a circus for that. I would genuinely see a circus for that. But I mean, I'm not him, I guess. So his immediate reaction was, hey, let's resell the mom back to whoever gave it to us. And yeah, he sells the mom and makes Dumbo sad. And during this whole time, the kids are also realizing that if you sit here and give this elephant feathers and play with him, he will sneeze and fly. Well, at first it's a sneeze. I think it's a sneeze. And then afterwards, it's just, honestly, his whole entire stomach is just gonna be full of feathers, and it's gonna be all kinds of messed up. No, because he's not eating them, he's sneezing them. So where did the feathers go? Where did they go? I also want to take this time to appreciate everyone who watched last week's video and supported the start of this channel and told me I either motivated them or that they appreciated the content, because truly it was terrifying. But we did it, it started, and we're gonna keep this train rolling. Thank you very much. So they realize he can fly, and they try telling people, no one really listens. The typical, like, you know, no one listens to kids things, which in movies, in real life, it is proven that just sometimes you gotta listen to the kids. But like, yeah, so that happens, and they can't prove it. Dumbo, you know, goes out to perform, and it flops. Everything ends up going awry, everything fucks up, and it leads terribly and leads to him being mocked at because of his ears. So he gets made fun of because of his ears. The sign magically flips to where it says Dumbo, which honestly, again, movie magic. Yeah, everything flops, and then their next thing was like, hey, we'll put him with the clowns, which, first of all, I think an elephant with clowns, this dude, I don't think this dude knows what he's doing with circus. Obviously he doesn't. I think that's the whole premise of the movie is he doesn't. I'm just showing up late to that. So, yeah, this dude does not know how to run a circus, puts an elephant with the clowns, and his job as a clown is to like put out a fire, which I have never seen a clown put out fire, but then again, I also don't regularly go to the circus. So he goes, he has him do that, but then everything goes awry. I think some dude, like, his sleeve gets like caught on something or something like that, and like it makes the fire go crazy because it's all an act. They turn the fire off manually, all da da da. So that happens, and Dumbo's terrified, and so the little girl who I mentioned in the beginning, the scientist type, comes along and basically is like, hey, here's a feather, fly. And he takes the feather, and it takes him a second. He's like, what do I do with this? But then he, as we all know, flies. Everyone's mesmerized, everyone's amazed. It leads to this dude, the main guy that runs the circus, it leads to him basically going around and, well, he has a flying elephant. That's, you know, a money bringer. It brings money to the show. So he does this, and it's not very long before this is realized by everyone. And so this other dude who runs a even bigger circus, first of all, is there that much competition in the circus world? Like, that's crazy. Might be a business to get into. So the dude comes along, he's like, and the dude's like, Dumbo's not for sale, and he's like, well, how about I make you like a partner for my circus? And so he does. Oh, I got screwed over later. They bring Dumbo along, he trains with the Queen of the Heavens. So Queen of the Heavens, they train, they do all that, and it ends up coming down to, they're doing an act, and it flops because Dumbo obviously is a child, and he's very obviously not going to be able to perform every night perfectly because he is a child. And basically the girl almost dies because they don't bring out the nets, the dude doesn't set out the nets, and he, I think, eventually flies, and it's not well, or something happens. And then beyond this, the next show, you know, they do it pretty well. Actually, they take a week break between all that, and that's when a lot of shit happens. In between that time, basically, they train more. The dude, how did I forget? Okay. So basically, what happens is I'm so dumb. The dude, Dumbo, hears his mom, and she's in, like, Nightmare Island. Yeah, Dumbo's mom is in Nightmare Island, and she goes, and Dumbo goes and, like, flies to her, and it's his mom, you know. We all want our moms. We all always want our moms, like. So, like, he does that, and then the conductor, he is told by the children, again, you should listen to children, that, like, he's told by the children, if you reunite them, Dumbo will perform for you, and he probably won't flop, and everything could have been happy, but this is also, again, a movie, so, yeah, basically, what happens is he's like, hey, we're gonna, like, yeah, we're selling the mom. Just kidding, they don't sell the mom. They attempt to send her out to kill her, which is terrible. And coming of this news, as well as, I think it's like Medicini, I think that's the name. they go and he fires that dude. He's no longer a part of the circus, you know, he's no longer a partner, you know, he sort of gets him out of it, takes his whole act out of it, all of his acts, except for Dumbo. He has to go break the news to them, and in that, during breaking the news to them, this other dude comes out and says, hey, I resigned, and I have some secrets to tell you. These secrets being that they are going to kill Dumbo's mother. Everyone realizes what a terrible event this is, plus they've all been dealing with Dumbo's mom probably a lot longer than they've been dealing with Dumbo. So their plan is, hey, we're gonna get Dumbo and his mom, and we're gonna send them out to the jungle. So they do exactly that. They wait till the next show, and they have this whole scheme set up. I'm not gonna go over the whole scheme because I'm already having trouble collecting things from this movie. And next time I do a movie review, I'm 100% gonna take notes because I'm terrible at this. So after that, they essentially go back and rescue Dumbo, rescue his mom, and they go and live happily ever after. While they're off doing that, the father and the Queen of the Heavens, I think, get together, maybe, possibly, Tim Burton, please answer my questions, and the daughter is seen, she has her own acts, which was a struggle in the beginning of the movie, trying to get her to do an act, and she wasn't, and it was sort of becoming a problem. She does her own act, but it's like the future of the world, basically. And in there, she shows films of Dumbo and stuff like that, as well as I'm sure she shows more stuff. And then on top of that, they have the son. Again, they give him no story, and it's very annoying. And then they also show the Mancini family circus, and they show the main dude in the beginning of the film who was being rude and all this, who's now raising a, you know, animal-friendly circus. He's not holding animals there, and he jokingly shows a flying elephant attraction, but it's very obviously a human and elephant costume jumping around on a tramp. Overall, it's a great movie, ends very well. It's very well shot, very well made. I was also analyzing every little frame, every little camera angle, because that's how I am when I watch movies. And it was all very good, and honestly, I don't think they could have made a live-action Dumbo any better. Am I going to have some of you who are going to be mad and probably tell me it was a terrible movie? Yes. Do I think it was a terrible movie? Not exactly. I think it was a very good film. So, 10 elephants out of 10. I know I enjoyed it when I watched it. If you haven't watched it, you just watched all this video and it makes no sense to you, or if you have watched it, I hope you enjoyed it too.